Today we're back working at the Home Depot, but we need to restock some much needed supplies before the fall rush. Let's go check it out. Welcome to the back of the store, which is where we keep all of the stuff on the shelves. We've also got our Home Depot semi truck and trailer. We're going to be taking this setup today to go pick up all of our stuff from our supplier, and then we'll be unloading it with the Kubota telehandler. Check this thing out. It's got the extended forks. It's got straps on it so we don't drop anything. It's going to be a pretty action-packed day, so we're going to jump in the semi and get moving before we've got no daylight left, because it's going to be a full day of unloading and loading up new materials, new supplies for the store. So it's gonna be pretty exciting. And as we are approaching the fall season, which is the most busiest time at Home Depot, because everybody likes to get to their home projects about this time of the year after summer's over and they're ready to get working again. So we're gonna head on over to our supplier. Like I said, we probably have a little bit of a drive, maybe 15 minutes or so, but as soon as we get there, they've got a forklift ready to roll, and we're gonna load everything onto the trailer. We'll be heading back to the store and we'll be sorting everything, and then we'll be ready to roll for the fall season. If you guys like seeing episodes at the Home Depot and you want to see us continue making them, drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Alrighty, we're about 6 or 7 minutes out here according to the GPS. This is our left-hand turn, so as soon as this car clears, let's swing it, boys. Check this out. Pretty sweet setup. I love the running lights on this International. It's the Eagle Series 9900i, so pretty sweet. You've got the chains and all the ratchet straps hanging on the back rack, so that's nice to have. Keeps it all organized. We got dual diesel tanks. It's pretty sweet. Good setup, if I have to say so. We got the Demco trailer with the dual ramps, so works out pretty good. And it's actually got a little storage box in the bottom right, so this is an awesome setup to be doing today's job. As you can see up on the right, that is our supplier. They keep everything held in the shed. They moved it outside for us to make for easy loading. They're across from the Tractor Supply Co. store, so what we got to do every time we pull in is we got to throw the hazards on, because we're going to be backing into their driveway. That's the best way to load it up. Keeps it convenient, keeps it easy, and gets us out of there fast. So let's back up, and this should work out good. I do have to say, the trees are in theme for today's video, because it is October. The trees are starting to fall into a nice bright orange, so it should be pretty cool for the next couple weeks, and then it'll be winter and we'll be snow plowing the parking lot. Check this thing out. This is a nice looking forklift. I don't say so myself. This is a heavy duty one. I feel like I've never seen something like this. So let's jump in. Should be fairly simple. Let's see. Key is on the right there. Fire it up. Perfect. Hydraulics, lift, tilt. Oh geez, they need to oil that up there. The forks are making a screeching noise, so we'll adjust it to probably perfect pallet width. Just about there. We're ready to get to work, boys. The plan is we actually need to run inventory. Not quite yet are we loading stuff up. We should have a bunch of propane tanks. We've got 24. As you can see, these are both 12 sets. We got some planks. We got some copper sheets for some construction projects. Obviously, we got some prefab walls. So if you don't want to make their own walls, they've got these. You can put up door walls. Pretty nice. You got some, what is this? This some rocks or something? I think this is some garden center stuff. Over here, we got some birdhouses. Oh, geez, we got a lot of these things. 48 birdhouses per pallet. That's a lot of birdhouses. It's almost 100 with 2 pallets there. So then we got 2 dog houses. These are super nice. Check out the wood on these. These things are just perfectly crafted. They've got the nice actual real shingles on the side for the roofing, so that works out good. We got some cleaning supplies for the cleaning department. We got 2 bathtubs, but these aren't your standard bathtubs. These are something out of the ordinary. They're wood bathtubs, so these might be for like outdoor, a cold plunge maybe. But then we got 8 chairs here, so works out good. They're all on pallets, which makes it easy for us to transport. I don't need straps and all that crazy stuff to lift it off the ground. So let's grab the forklift, and we are actually going to start with everything from the right and move our way to the left, and it should load up pretty evenly, determined by weight. They've got it all organized for us, so it works out good. Let's load up the first set of wood planks here. We actually got to bring in the forks a little bit, and we should be good. There we go. Pallet number 1 is complete. So as soon as we set this on the top, we'll make sure we got all the right dimensions so everything fits on the trailer, because as you guys can see, we need to load up all this stuff today, which is going to be a lot for one trailer load. So there we go. We got our first pallet on the trailer. Let's get the second one. All right, let's see if I can run a bit of first-person action here with the forklift. There we go. I think we're good. Lift up. Oh, that was actually a job well done there. Let's load this thing up. So what we're actually going to do for this is we're going to swing around the other side of the trailer, so the planks are both in the front of the upper deck there. So we'll load it up. There we go. We're going to drive through the lawn, but we've got some off-road tires on this thing, which is also good in case we have any heavy equipment. We won't lose traction. So right through there. Looks good. Okay, hold on. We need to readjust here. Perfect loading, boys. That's what our job is. Right about there. All right, this is pretty crazy. As you can see, the tire of the semi is blocking me from driving all the way in with the forklift. So what we're going to need to do is back up, and then we're going to push the pallet on just like that. All right, the first set of 2 is complete. We're going to strap this thing down. Looks good. These things aren't going anywhere. So of course we need wood planks. We get a load of these like every other day. Next up, we've got some heavy stuff here. We're going to have the copper sheets and then also the prefab door walls. So yeah, these are going to be pretty heavy. We're going going to have to extend the forks on this one full width. There we go. That should work for this pallet. This is a giant pallet, probably the biggest one they make. Straight through there. Looks good. Okay, we got the copper. Let's lift up. Okay, you can tell this thing is heavy. I don't think we can go too high with it. We're going to tilt it just a little bit to offset the weight. Hey, the forklift isn't struggling too much. That's good. So this one's actually going to be loaded up right on the lower part. This is going to be way too much weight to be all the way in the front. So if we can get it kind of on the trailer, it's going to take up the full width too. So it's going to be kind of a pain, but we'll put the lighter stuff kind of in the center too. It'll all even out in the end. Right there looks good. Let's drop it down, boys. Also, I'm not wearing my Home Depot uniform. Let's put that on real quick. There we go. I got my Home Depot orange jacket there. Looks good. Now we got the walls. These things aren't that heavy. They're made out of wood, and then yeah, it's actually super light. That's why people like them. They makes the entire build process easier. So let's pick them up, and we're moving here, boys. I don't have the best hold on this thing, so if it falls off, we should probably readjust before we put it on the trailer. The forks need to go in a little bit, and then it should match up with the entire dimension here. There we go. Looks good. I think we're going to set this one over on the other side of the trailer as well, because it's not going to take up the entire width. This is going to be about half of it, so it should work out pretty good. There we go. Lift up. Oh, I was mistaken. Okay, this is a lot of stuff. I think we might actually have to take 2 loads, but all the other stuff is pretty small, so as long as we can keep it tight, and we should be able to get everything in one trip. So there we go. Looks good. We're going to strap down everything right here, and then also our copper, just like that. This stuff is expensive too. This was $10,000 for 1, 2, 3, 6 sheets of copper. This stuff is going to be selling for crazy amounts of money, but people do like it. But they like to put it on the high-end finishes of their house build or whatever else. They always like copper. It's a cool material, something alternative to gold, iron, or any other raw material. So let's go ahead. We're going to get the propane tanks next. These things we don't want to mess with. We want to make sure we can get the proper hold on these things. If we drop them, they might explode. So let's not make that mistake once or at all. So let's pick it up. There we go. Looks good. And this one's going to be set kind of in the center in case it blows up. And then the rest of the stuff won't get ruined. Just kidding. It shouldn't blow up. These things are pretty safe, but we just want to make sure we're careful with them before we get them back to the Home Depot. Looks good. All right, the first one's down. Let's get the second one, and then we'll be done with these things. If you guys are enjoying today's video so far, and you like us doing this cool stuff, some side missions, loading up the Home Depot stuff, make sure to drop a like down below and to subscribe so I can continue making them. All right, guys. Well, it's just going to be a bunch of boring loading, so as soon as we get almost done with this job here, we're going to head on back to the Home Depot, and then everything's going to be sorted to the shelves that we've got around back. So as soon as we're ready to head out, guys, I'll check back in with you, and we'll be moving out of here. All right, we're almost on the last item, and by almost, we are. So finally, the last doghouse we're going to load up, and we actually had to start stacking some stuff, as you can see, in order to make it in one trip. But that's all right. Everything's on a pallet, and most of it is light on the back here. So let's load up the last one here. There we go. Job is complete. We'll strap this thing down, and we'll be up and out of here. But as you can see, we got everything in the front up here. We got some chairs stacked on top of the copper, but yeah, everything actually fits perfect. So job well done. Big thanks to this forklift. This thing was a lifesaver. And let's turn it off, make sure everything's good there, and let's jump in the semi. We're heading out here, boys. Train horns. We're out of here. So this is actually pretty heavy. As you can see, the truck is kind of struggling as soon as we let off the gas, but as soon as we get enough momentum behind it, we'll be on our way. So there we go. Thank you so much, supplier. We'll see you in like a day. We get a new load of equipment every day. This is just the first time we decided to show you guys. Well, let's head on back. We only got a 15-minute drive, but you know, it's probably about 14 minutes because we're heading with the wind this time. You know, when you're going against the wind, aerodynamics, all that stuff. Well, let's head on back, guys, and when we're pulling in, we'll use the new Kubota telehandler to unload everything. That's gonna be pretty cool. We used a forklift to load up and now a telehandler to unload. Ah, that's a great song. Check out the stereo equipment we've got in this truck, boys. You think we got enough speakers? Jeez. All right, we're pulling back into the Home Depot finally, and now it's time to get to work, boys. Let's pull around back. We'll unload everything kind of in the center, and then everything gets sorted to different parts of the back parking lot here. As you can see, we've got a lot of our siding and brick pavers over here, and then all the other stuff just kind of gets dispersed along the shelves. Let's pull up here. We'll get the telehandler going. Let's back it up pretty straight right here so we have easy unloading. Something like that'll work good. There we go. All the straps are off the back of the trailer, so all right, let's go grab this thing. This will be the first time we're using this with the extended forks on this thing. This is pretty cool. We might be able to get actually 2 pallets with one unload here. This will be pretty cool. Let's test it out. The first thing up, we're going to load or unload from the back first, and then we'll go towards the front because that's kind of how we loaded it up. So we got to go reverse now. The cool thing about this is it actually is really great to have because I can actually see where my forks are at. You know, down here, the forklifts are kind of hidden, but we can see actually the perfect adjustment just like that. So we have easy loading, and the first thing up is the doghouse. So let's unload this thing. I think we actually have both of them. All right, we've got both doghouses. Like I said, that actually worked out better than expected. So these ones are going to be loaded onto shelf D17. So we'll head it over there and we'll load these things on there. Let's see. This is D4, 5, 7, 8, 8, 9. Okay, back here. I guess must be on the back wall or somewhere around here. So, oh, I think I found it up on the right here. All right, this one is a top shelf one. So we're going to go ahead and unload this thing. So how we're going to do it is it actually works out pretty good. This is why we have the telehandler do the job, because it extends it without actually having the boom arm go all the way up. So it works out good. This one is going to be on the top shelf. Why do they put this on the top shelf? They make it so complicated. So I think we're almost there. Let's go up a little bit more. There we go. All right, the first 2 items are complete. Let's go grab the next 2 off the trailer, and then we'll be on a roll, we'll say. We actually hopefully don't have any top shelf loadings. It was actually really difficult because the ceiling height. So you got to be really precise when you make the adjustments with this thing, so you don't take out the wall or accidentally break this piece of equipment, because it is expensive and you don't want any failures. So the next thing up, we got actually the bathtub. So those ones are going to be on D17. So those are actually, wait, let's see, wooden bath. Oh, they're cold plunges. Okay, I thought that they were cold plunges. So these ones are on shelf D8. We'll go ahead, get these things loaded up onto forks, and then we'll be heading to D8, which is the shelving around the middle part, kind of right over there. Not too far of a drive for these ones. There we go. Looks good. We got to actually make sure this is a perfect adjustment, because these ones are on 2 pallets each. That should be good right there. All right, we got both of them located on a bottom shelf. That'll work out perfect, and then someone's going to take it into the store as soon as it gets checked into the inventory. So bottom shelf. Okay, I think that's actually right here on top of these wood planks. So we have no shelving left for these things. So let's actually just set it down there. This is actually marked for this spot, so let's drop it right there. Hey, I just put it where they tell me to. I don't know why they want to set it on top of wood planks, but we'll let them deal with it. All right, we got some birdhouses and some gravel. So as soon as we get to the heavy stuff, which is the door frame and the copper and everything, then we'll check back in with you. All right, we're moving on to the tricky stuff, you could say. We're going on to the door wall prefab. So let's go ahead and get these things, and they're going to be heading over to the wood department area. So we got all our wooden planks and everything over there. So let's go ahead and make sure we get the proper adjustment. We can't extend the forks on this one, so it needs to be perfectly loaded. There we go. Actually looks perfect. And the forks are underneath the entire pallet, so it looks good. Like I said, these things aren't heavy. The only thing we might have a problem with is those copper sheets. That'll probably be the challenge of the day. All right, these things are going to be set kind of to the right of the shelving where all of our wood planks are at. So a little bit to the right of that. So probably right where this door is at. But we don't want to block the garden center, so we're going to set it just underneath the overhang. That way we still have access to 914 and 514, which is our wood planks. All right, looks good. There we go, boys. Let's head on back. We got to get those copper sheets. Those are going to be going along the side of the building because they are precious metal, and then the rest of the stuff is kind of where we just were at, and they're going to be going on the shelves, so should work out good. See you guys when we're grabbing the copper. These chairs are light, boys. We're just going to take these down just like that really quickly. These are going to be relocated to the inside of the store, so someone's going to grab those, and those go straight to the indoor shelving. These ones are all stuff that can sit outside the rain, whatever else. Those wooden chairs, you probably don't want those in the rain. It just doesn't make for the best because they are a finished product. Everything we've kind of got here is a raw material, so they'll be kind of intertwined with some sort of construction work. This stuff, like I said, can sit outside. So there we go. We got the copper. As you can see, it is heavy, boys. Let's go ahead and rotate it like that. We're going to bring the height down a little bit because it is heavy. We don't want to tilt forward too much. So let's keep it as level as possible, or looking good. Like we said, around the side of the building. So kind of like to the right where the pickup destination is. Right on top of this. This will work good. They'll probably end up moving it inside too because it is expensive. It's probably about $15,000 to $20,000 per pallet. So they'll probably move it indoors with some sort of forklift. So there we go. Oh, geez, this is a tough pallet. We got it, but all right, that was a little tricky. Next thing up is we've got some of the chemicals for cleaning. That is also not going to be, we're actually just going to pull that down from the trailer here. We'll let them pull that off. Last thing we got is the wood plank, so we'll be done. It's about time. I've been spending all day loading and unloading this stuff, so it's finally getting boring, but it has also been very fun at the same time. Operating this stuff is always a challenge and fun. There we go. We got both pallets at once, boys. These are obviously, of course, going back to the wood department, so we'll take them on back there. Other than that, check out the interior of this thing. We didn't really show you, but it's got AC, heat, everything. Keeps you nice and cold or warm summer and winter, so works out good. You get a nice windshield, and as you can see, you know, we get a good clear view of everything that we're actually hauling around the yard. So this one's going back by the wood planks, top shelf. This is going to be actually pretty tricky, so we'll try our best. But as you can see, it's going in that one empty spot, so let's load it up straight through there. Both pallets. Oh, okay, this might actually be, oh, actually worked out good. Pallet 1 is there. Pallet 2, we're going to sneak down here in the bottom. It doesn't really matter where it goes, just as long as it's near all the wood planks and it looks clean, our job will be done, just like that. There we go, boys. Home Depot is complete. We're closed for the day. If you guys want to see us come back and record more episodes here at the Home Depot, make sure to drop a like on this episode and subscribe if you haven't already, guys, so you don't miss out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.